Okay, so holes are made. That I needed that access part, and that's where the wire is gonna run down to the plug. So as you guys saw in the last episode, same concept, just different, same process, not even different. But we are going to install a ceiling brace and box kit. Well, this is the kit that comes with all the hardware that we need, because we're gonna install a ceiling fan up here. Now, I made a mistake because I made the hole a little too big. That's a 6-inch hole for a recess light, and I forgot to readjust to this size. But not to worry, not a big deal. Nothing that we can't fix. Anything is fixable with some Bondo and some fillers and maybe a cap. But what's in the box? You got this brace, okay? Now this is a cool system. Okay, one side it wiggles, the other side, which is this, okay, let me show you guys. All right, so this end is the one that you screw and you close. Basically, it's gonna go between two studs, like so, and it has little teeth right here that's gonna get pushed into the stud, and this part sits on the drywall. So basically, you're gonna push this like so until it's fully tightened, and then we're gonna put the cup underneath it. So let me show you how that's done. All right, so this wall, the studs are this way and this way. So I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller so I could kind of squeeze it in here. There's a lot of fiberglass pieces here. Alright, so we're gonna place it like this, so it feels like, then we're just gonna open this thing up until it catches. Now you want this to be as centered as possible, so before it gets tight, you center it. And you're gonna hand tighten this like so. Alright, so then we're gonna use this bracket, and we're gonna put this over the ring like this. Then we're going to use one of the hardwares to screw this bracket in. But before anything, you want to pop one of the holes out for the wiring. Single ditch. Alright, so I'm going to put 2 screws in here, like so. And it's a good measure to put a little clamp on the wires right there. And then we are going to squeeze these little screws in. Let's do this here. Let's do this one first. This one's Alright, so as you guys can see, the the bracket's in, the screws are in, everything's tidy, whitey, whatever you want to call it. And then the ceiling fan will go in after we clean up the ceiling itself. So we're gonna do that, then we're gonna install the fan later. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're gonna install the ceiling fan. It's been a couple of months since I did the wiring, but now we're gonna do the ceiling fan. That's how it's done. The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put the base plate for the ceiling fan. This is what actually holds the entire apparatus of the ceiling fan. Now every ceiling fan is going to be different, but the main thing is the main base, which needs to be connected to a steel hub. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to film installation of the steel hub. It's like a little small hub, which I will link it below. There are two different kinds. Which one I used. So in one of the rooms I used this. So this goes in between the studs, and that's how you install the ceiling fan. And in this room, I'm actually using one of these. So ceiling fan pan. So this base basically screws into the stud that's going above the ceiling. So when I punched the hole, there was a stud going straight across, which was perfect. So this actually gets screwed into the stud and makes it heavy duty for it to get connected. Now I'm gonna put the few pieces of the fan together and hang it in there before I put the blades on. So stay tuned, let me do that and I'll be right back. All right, this thing has a remote, and the way it works is the blue goes to blue, black goes to yellow, because this is a single switch operation, which means the power will turn on and it will just turn the whole unit on, and you control the fan and the light with the remote control, such as this. Now the only reason I didn't do the white yet, because white is neutral, so the white is going to connect to this white, and then it's going to connect to the power source between the white and black. So white is going to be neutral, black is going to be live, and we're also going to have a ground. So let me get that started and I'll be right back. Alright, first thing we're going to do is connect the ground, and always do a tuck test. Always do a tuck test, because sometimes these wires will come loose. Alright, tuck test successful. So we're going to tuck that away. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to hook up the fan. Now the fan has a little hook option right here, as you can see. So now this hook option allows me to hang this base up here. Now it might be hard for you guys to see. No, I'm asking my dad to film, so he almost turned the light on me again. He has a habit of doing that. He wants me to get electrocuted. He loves it. Anyway, so I know my hand's blocking it, but I'm going to show you guys in a second what I did. Okay, so white, all the whites are connected to white, black to black, blue to blue, yellow to black. Okay, so again, do a tuck test, make sure everything's good. Now we're gonna basically put the base back up like so and put the screws in. So I'm gonna grab the screws and be right back. Also be careful, since you're only using one hand or two hands. Having a helping hand is always great, but it's not always available. Okay. This went as smoothly as I was expecting to go. You put the little cap there. Now we're gonna put the second part before we put the blade. Actually, we're gonna put the blades on before we put the second piece on. So, let me show you guys how the blades are connected. There are the pieces right there. You're gonna connect the blades to this. As I said, it's gonna each one is gonna be different, but it's pretty straightforward. So blades get connected to this, and then there's a base that goes under here where the controller for the light and the fan gets connected. Then we're gonna do a test run, make sure everything works. So stay tuned. I'm gonna put the blades on, and we'll go from there. Okay, one thing sucks about this, it's working in the dark. Can't see anything. All right, success. We got one screw in. Screw number 2 is in. And screw number 3. All right, so one's in. I'm gonna put the rest in, then I'll be right back and show you guys the next. All right, next step is this. We're gonna put this little spacer plate here, which this separates the lights. I can find. Working in the dark sucks, guys. I tell you that. I tell you that much. All right. So we got that. Lost the screw, but that's okay. I'm gonna tighten this up. All right, so this plate is hooked up. This goes above the fan. Now this is where the connectors are, the main connectors for the light and the fan. So it has marking of what needs to be connected to. So we're gonna line up the markings. It's gonna snap in place, and then it has 1, 2, 3 holes that we're gonna screw it in. Hopefully I have the right screws for this. All right, I wanna try to Alright, I'm not gonna drag you onto this with this guys. This is gonna take me a while to find the screws. It's really dark in here. I don't have a work light to work with. So all right, lights are in. We're gonna put the battery in, and it works. The lights come on. Now let's see if the fan turns on. All right, so now we're gonna hit the fan. And it works. You could make it faster. There we go. And look, it doesn't even move, it's solid. And you bring it down. Then you go on the light. You could, I don't know if you could turn the light density down. You probably can't. Alright, so it's only one light setting. Next thing, we're gonna put the diffuser in. There we go. Works great, and we have light. Alright guys, I hope that tutorial was pretty good. It's simple, it's not that hard, it's only few wires to connect. Again, most of the fans are very similar to connect, it's just some of them have different wiring because of the different options. Now if you have switches on the wall that allows you to control the fan through a knob on the wall versus using a remote, you bypass the remote option on that and you directly connect it to the I believe the blue wire or the yellow wire, I'm not quite sure, but it'll be in the instructions. Again, each fan is going to be set up differently, but they 99% of the time they are set up pretty similar. So anyways, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit like, and leave your comments down below. Until the next time, peace out.